we need to kill the crystalline guards and shit where the cleaners spawn or send you every time? Okay.
They can't even hit
At
me.
the cubes.
Yeah, they do come and get you once you get taken by the cube, and that's where Asmara was dead, which was way far away from the raid.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. I was trying to die by them, but they couldn't hit me.
Faye, if you have to go, go ahead. Don't need to stay in the raid if you're not going to be here.
She said she has to log into work. She said she can stay and try to heal a bit here and there.
Hey. Atrium Disciple. Right. Right. What exactly is so the domicile's locked mind thing? Is that target AE? What exactly is it? Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it an AE or is it single target? Oh, that's less bad than I thought it was. I thought it was AE. That's why I swapped to it before bodyguard. Okay, so bodyguard, then domicile defender, then foyer guardian. Is that it? Hang on, sorry, I'm writing some of this down if I'm not talking. It was a domicile defender is the DA one. The foyer guardian, I keep pronouncing it the douchey way. The foyer guardian, is that an AE that it casts? So should that be priority over the domicile since it's just single target? Okay, so then keep bodyguard, then domicile, then foyer guardian. Okay, that's what I already have written, so easier that way. Do we know the specific order we want the Dragon's Den in? Oh yeah, because yeah. On the boss or on itself or anything? Yeah, well, they call them Crusaders, so it stands to reason. I know they all do nasty shit. What are the Foyer Guardians AEs hit for? That lightning strike? Was it like? Oh, is it Curse of the Shrine? No, that's different. Is that the frontal? What's the Call of the Lightning or whatever the fuck? Bolt of Lightning. Okay, so I'm saying 232k mitigated. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty AE. I don't know, like I said, they all do nasty shit. That's kind of tricky. Yeah, I'd say bodyguard, foyer, domicile, unless the tanks are like having serious problems with that involved. Because, I mean, I don't think this only single target one should really be one of the top 2 priority. Unless it's causing like real issues. Oh, okay. Well then, that's that's lowest priority now. What was the name of the other one? Shit. Atrium Disciple. So we got bodyguard, then foyer, then atrium, then domicile. Is that right?
A row?
Hi, Finn. Okay, so first off, bodyguard, because that takes down the 2 mobs. Then the foyer guardian with the big AE. Then atrium healing the boss, and then domicile since it just got nerfed.
I need to kill the one healing the boss first.
The bodyguard.
The bodyguard that's doing the, or that's not the bodyguard. The one doing the targeted AE we need to do last because it's avoidable. We just have someone run away, and that completely negates that effect.
How often does it cast a single target involve the domicile?
I'm not sure, but there's a message that goes out, and apparently if you just cast a charm spell on it, it cures it.
So shouldn't that one be lowest priority?
I'd prefer it before the one where we just run away, and then, because getting charms is historically not been great for us.
Although fun.
Sometimes. Definitely the heal one first though, because it doesn't look like they're percent based, because we didn't really spend much time on the dragon before the second set came in.
I mean, we also don't have a great record of avoiding AEs, though.
It's true.
Not sure if that one should really be lowest priority.
It's smaller.
it spawns.
So
Wait,
we can just
I thought it
prioritize
was.
what's already
I thought
there.
it was bodyguard, pet, and foyer was the first wave, and then domicile, defender, atrium, disciple. Oh, I had atrium and foyer swapped.
You can just pick whichever after those two are down. Really, it doesn't seem to matter too much on those other ones. Whatever's lower / right next to you is fine. You just need to get the heal mob down relatively fast before it starts casting heals on the boss, because it seems to be at least 2 to 3% per message.
Okay. Oh shit. I'm out of position. Hoping I missed buffs.
I think we did them at the cleanup spot.
Yeah, it looks like I'm mostly good. It was covered up on my map.
Ibadan is mentioning that Curse of the Shrine could be what's happening related to the four corners. That's probably true. I don't know how it works. I don't know what the numbers are. If somebody's not in all corners, then it hits all corners. To me, that sounds irrelevant, unless it means it multiplies depending on how many corners are occupied. I don't know.
That's separate. Curse of the Shrine is the inherited thing from killing Grindish. That is Grindish's breath weapon.
What is the one that's the aura thing?
You don't know
No,
yet.
not aura, but
The aura expands from the middle. We haven't been hit with it yet that I've seen as time goes on.
all right. Let's get ready to go engage again. I don't know what he said. He's poking around at stuff. I don't know if anything has changed since the last one or not. Red Eyes power whenever we engage. Debuffed.
Ranger Auspice.
Epic mini burn.
Shaman Epic. Epic Mini Burn. Alliance. Apex of the Elements. Frontal Intent. Spell Gems refreshed. Bard Epic. Fulmination. Cast Elements. If Quick Time. Fulmination. Alliance. Frontal Intent. TC over. Gift of Mana. Cast Elements. Gift of Mana. Fulmination. Haze Proc. Gift of Mana. Funeral Dirge. Auspice over. Cast Elements. Gift of Mana. Frontal Intent. Haze Proc. Gift of Mana. Ranger Auspice.
What happened there?
Cast elements.
Somebody pull aggro for me, Blender? Or did it turn to nuke us?
He was slightly too far away. Don't use Rogue Swarm Pets on raids ever. Ever, ever, ever.
It
Front
murdered
okay.
every pet.
Cast elements.
Not every, but all swarm pets anyway. So when this dies, sit still until we get the next call.
Fulmination.
If it ends up being Charayon or whatever the fuck, we
Spell
will
gems
go
refreshed.
clockwise
Gift of
to
mana.
reach it.
Cast elements.
So go south. Wait for the aura to dissipate. Don't hit any fucking cleaners.
Cast elements. TC over.
Why are so many people running right through the auras?
Auspice over.
Go up on the hill, miss the auras.
There's a huge fucking cleaner there. Don't fucking touch it.
Epics ready. Funeral dirge.
Go with epics.
Epic mini burn.
It needs debuffed.
Frontal intent. DI
Can
Xanadu.
you get it off this whatever the hell that is, torch thing?
Gift of mana. Recast epic and fierce eye. Gift of mana. Haze proc. Gift of mana. Cast elements.
Some of you are way
Frontal
out of
intent.
range of splashes.
Did you spice it, Martin?
Gift of mana.
Yep.
Spell gems refreshed.
What was it?
Ranger auspice.
Can you
Alliance.
rally me, turd?
Cop. Mana burn. Cast elements.
Thank you.
Ready for ads.
Funeral dirge. Frontal intent. Cast elements.
Mystic Run.
Be careful if you have to run. Don't get yourself killed on a aura or a clean. Make sure we're getting these things debuffed.
Frontal intent.
Almost no
Spell TC.
debuffs on this pet
Cast
yet.
elements.
Bodyguard's right in the cleaner.
Gift of mana.
Only run.
Cast elements. Auspice over. Frontal intent. Funeral dirge. TC over. Bard epic.
Don't know why you guys are standing so far away. You're not going to get splashes way back there.
Shaman epic.
Or at least not paladin splash.
Gift of mana.
Trash spawning.
Catman hit Warcry.
No world power.
Gift of mana. Cop.
Plain
Frontal
space.
intent. DI Pajana. Epics ready.
Good with epics.
Ranger auspice.
Give us a
Cast
pretty good
elements.
burn here.
Epic mini burn.
Swap to Atrium.
Supernova. Gift of mana.
Shady gets life.
Bifold up. DI Centaur. Gift of mana. TC over.
Who got hit by a locked mine, by the way?
Miracle.
And
Gift of
Chopin.
mana. TC over.
Where's the bodyguard?
Frontal intent.
Got that.
Pat bells than I did.
Gift of mana.
Ooh, did we get a collectible?
Gift of mana.
Oh,
Get some soup.
Funeral dirge.
centels for whatever buffs you may need.
Cast elements. Skyfire. Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Auspice over. Cast elements. Funeral dirge. Cuff. Frontal intent. DI Xanafy.
From under run.
Kill the atrium.
Cast elements. DI Xanaphine. DI Shady Mark.
Where are
Gift
the
of mana.
bodyguards spawning?
Cast elements.
Not sure.
Looks like just outside.
Frontal intent.
Just past where the auras are.
See if it goes off and after it died.
Funeral dirge.
Bards,
Oh, found the
enchanters,
bodyguard.
be
Recast
ready
Fierce
to
Eye.
charm domicile drakes or whatever they're called. We're gonna try to prioritize those a little lower so we can deal with other shit.
DI
So
Red
if
Eye.
you see a loose one on the ETW, go ahead and kill it or charm it. And then obviously once we've finished cleaning up everything else,
Cast
break it
elements.
so we can kill the
Frontal intent.
domicile.
Watch your position too. This stupid ass post actually blocks line of sight. You can't do shit.
Can you
Epic
pull that
ready.
closer to the corner, Treco?
Can I get buffs on Zach, please?
I just got it, so
Cast elements.
It's hard to
doesn't
move. You have to
really
like,
look like it.
you have to move them out
Gift of
far
mana.
and then yeah.
DC over. Shaman epic. Gift of mana. DI Centaur. DI Triconics.
Go to the epic.
Epic Ready
Barla
Bird.
power.
Zephyr run. Get on that
Intent.
disciple.
Spawn to atrium.
Recast Geomantra. DI Daintily. Spell gems refreshed. DI Blender.
A lot of G4s down. Kill atrium, then kill bodyguard.
Gift of mana.
Trico run.
How can I run? I have the mob.
And
About
Just,
half
Frontal
dead.
intent.
just make the calls, Trico. If you're taking, they'll move.
Recast shield. DI Midrose. DI Drogbat.
Are we trying to recover still?
See a lot of dead folks.
I got hit by locked mine, couldn't cast anything.
Frontal intent. Frontal intent. Bifold up. DI Zephyrin. DI Mystic. DI Barlassia. DI Bahumbug. DI Selene. DI Zephyrin.
So, quick, crazy question. Am I the only tank that can't see where the fuck these drakes are?
They are hard to see. We have to look up.
Recast Epic and Fierce. Epic's ready. Skyfire down.
You get the leaders in leader chat if you're here.
Sure thing.
Stop raising me, Becker.
Then to decay your corpse, please.
Cypherin's saying that the composite spells still aren't working. If that's true for your class, use the goddamn dissidents. No, I mean, I don't know how that's any confusing, guys.
So are we actively charming mobs?
We're supposed to charm domicile.
And we are.
Calm
Ah.
down. Let me finish. The point being that when you charm them, anybody that they had previously charmed should break. Don't try to send it as a pet. Just hopefully he can fix it so that it doesn't immediately aggro the charmer anymore.
Ellie's kind of testy today. Who?
Ellie, please calm down.
What's happening is when we charm them, it stops their charm of someone else, but it breaks instantly.
Yeah, I was more asking for the tank that is associated with that mob. He has to be aware that when it becomes uncharmed, it's his responsibility to pick it up.
At this point, we know the names of mobs, and probably some. We're going to be able to start knowing how hard they hit and how much of a challenge they are to tank. I'm going to try to grab the pet every time because it seems like it's been staying on the main tank, so I'm peeling it off the main tank, and the main tanks are getting hit pretty hard. So if you guys feel like you are starting to get the hang of tanking a bodyguard or various types of mobs, we could certainly adjust for that. Or are they appearing in the same ETW slots every time, and the point is moot?
Not certainly with the charming going on. That's why I asked that particular question.
Do you own pet crickets, Red, or is it just that boring in Canada?
They're sweet for my geckos.
So what do you want to? What are you saying, Red? Do you want to assign mobs, or do you
No,
just want to keep it on ETW?
I just want everyone on the same page because once that mob gets charmed, the whole ETW moves. So everyone has to stay on their particular mob once they have it targeted. Because once that thing becomes uncharmed, I feel that it's loose for a while, and then I gotta get I have to aggro it. Then sometimes I got two. And my biggest complaint about, I don't know if he could do anything about it, Majors, but my biggest complaint about those drakes is when you're tanking, you gotta look way up in the air to see if you
I
if you
talked
said
to him about that.
Good.
Z-axis is an issue. I think he replied something about it. He said, "Sigh. Hopefully that won't happen again." Let's move back up to our first dragon, Grendish.
Yeah, because more often than not, that thing's hitting me in the back than in the front.
We need to make an extreme effort, as in don't fucking engage until each dragon is positioned correctly. We can't have them on these porches. If I'm standing in the corner by Grendish here, its face should be able to hit me, and then its body should be able to touch the wall. If we are successful at that, when Finn is telling people to run, show them where you want them to run on the inside square.
Yeah, you want to mark me if they have me hidden, I guess.
Okay. You guys see Finn way over there to the southwest? Actually, you're so far that I've no longer see you. Oh, there you are.
He's
What's
hiding
this?
behind the post.
Everyone run to Finn, please, so we get a visual confirmation that everyone knows where the fuck to run to if they are called.
And all of the corners are the same symmetrically, so you can just run due away from the boss.
You're not going to start talking about the Fibonacci sequence or something, are you, Martin?
Yeah, I'm gonna start drawing snails. Yep.
Escargot. Yeah, this should be plenty race for that target AE.
It looks like everyone moved. Come on back to the band. So at least we have visual confirmation that everyone knows where to go when we told them to run. Now, that being in mind, would you say it was 100 or so range?
It's 100 range, yeah.
That means you guys can't be pissing around out in the middle of the the pathway here, or you'll get hit as well. You need to be close to the wall wherever we're dealing with the dragon.
It also means you need to be cognizant of the cleaning cube and not run through it.
Yeah, someone needs to call that because when we're tanking and stuff, I completely lose track of where he is.
I think as long as you don't tank it like on the pathway, like where it goes to cobblestone, whatever the fuck this is, the rocks. It only goes on those. So as long as you're like on the ice, you should be good.
Talk to me about these fucking auras. Previously, when we ran from Grendish to Charayan or whatever, I had said something about, if an aura pops up while you're running, stop. Then everyone was like, no, it's fine, and I ran through it and nothing happened. How do the fuck do the auras work? Do you have to be in it when it pops and then you get hit?
Maybe like server tick or something.
So if you're in there for 6 seconds, you're certainly gonna hit. But you
No,
can probably run through it fast or something.
But no, I don't mean like you have to be in there for the full 6 seconds. Like just if you're in there at the wrong time.
Right, as the
whenever a
server ticks.
tick lands.
And for those of you who have been hit by the auras, because it has not yet hit me, is it debilitating? Is it a dot? What is it?
It killed me.
Do you Curse of the Shrine?
Yeah, Curse of the Shrine is a big dot at least. I don't know if it's other stuff too. Because I was dead.
I can't see it.
Oh, first person is the best person.
I just have an issue because the cave walls are so jacked up.
So is it that you're like seeing through it because they're transparent or whatever? Translucent?
No,
maybe?
it's translucent-ish enough.
So if we
It looks-
stick dynamite in its asshole, it'll explode. You guys didn't watch The Boys?
I got it.
Fucking fantastic show.
Agreed. I mean, we certainly could ask for an aura around the cleaner if we're having visibility issues, and we can cite the American Disability Act or whatever and say put a goddamn aura around it if we had to. Okay.
You were seriously playing the 88 card?
Fucking pulling it.
I bet you are, buddy. Can we get my reds?
Woohoo!
We got some colorblind people in this guild, so
Everyone should be colorblind. Racism is wrong.
There's the Finn joke.
There's the fin, yep.
So again, allow the tanks to position the dragons into the wall, or the corner rather, before we really engage. I don't know how successful we'll be at it. It didn't look like push was working at all. Was grasp also not working? Okay.
Try it. I was like,
that
I'm
hasn't
not.
worked for a while.
Okay. So there's nothing you guys can do to position it other than physically moving your body.
Yeah.
And praying. If that's what you do. All right, well, let's definitely at least get the face in the corner. I think the face of the mob is in the corner, where we should be able to position ourselves off of Finn's cobble rocks. Sounds like we're going to get drakes less often, and they're going to have fewer hit points. I don't know if he'd said anything about them hitting less hard, though, so definitely keep on rolling those discs, tanks. Anybody need more time?
I still need a mod rod. I was right here. I had already deleted it.
I haven't had one.
So it's like positioning the first mob. If you run it north and then towards the campfire, it will get in closer towards the campfire instead of going just straight to it.
All right.
Until it's in the corner, though, the only thing that should be hitting that fucking mob is Tash and Turgors. I don't need to see any sticks and stones or weapons being swung. Let it get positioned.
I just want to say, just so you guys know, when you run into the new dragons, every time you run into a new dragon, the first one it sees, it's going to run to you and it's going to summon you. So if you're the first one and you're not the tank, you're dead.
Was that you, Red, or Finn?
That's Red.
Okay.
Oh, I died on the engage of the next one. Yeah,
Yeah, he
that
does
was
have-
big time me.
I was right after Finn, so that's all I know.
But I think that last time, didn't it reset or not reset? But
That's pretty good.
leash?
It leashed, yeah, and then it summoned me, but I had
Funeral
4 going, so.
Epic.
Spice Benny.
Epic mini burn. Bard epic. Ranger auspice. Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Ibadan cast alliance. TC over. Shaman epic. TC over. Quick time. Gift of mana. Cast elements. Frontal intent. Funeral dirge. Spell gems refreshed. Alliance. Gift of mana.
Cat died with the rot vulnerability.
Gift of mana.
I thought it was Trico. Can't say vulnerability apparently.
Gift of
Trico
mana.
only does it when he pulls the mob.
Apex of the elements. Mage spire. Fulmination.
Hey,
Haze proc. Gift
don't
of
blame me every time.
Frontal intent.
Go salt your noodles.
You're so racist.
When you guys see it cleaner, let me know. I'll see if I can mark
Auspice
the
over.
fucking thing. Maybe that'll help visibility.
Ibadan
I
cast
did
Cleaner
get
than
Chinese food,
Trico.
so I do have noodles.
Gift of mana. Cast elements.
It's extremely racist.
Gift of mana.
You keep using that word. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Spell gems refreshed.
Is that Martin?
Ranger auspice.
Very quiet if so.
Fulmination. Alliance.
The people who I wanted to hear heard it.
Put it in your mouth, Martin.
Cast elements.
Silo, Spirits of Cheetah, stand fast until we get the next
Fulmination.
call. See whichever dragon goes next.
Tank engage
Haze proc.
first.
Gift of mana.
Don't run into the last room until it is engaged by a tank.
Geomantras.
Cast elements.
So south, and then clockwise to Charayon.
TC over.
Did you say cockwise?
He did.
Got him. The cube is coming right through. I was able to throw a mark on it, so that might help. Wow, what a fucking cock block cube.
He said cock again.
You can leap through it.
You can leap through the cube?
You can leap through anything.
That's awkward. Good with epics once you get here. Shady power.
Frontal intent. Epic mini burn. Epics ready.
Thanks, be ready
Gift
for
of mana.
ads.
Recast epic and fear sign. Cop.
I don't know whether
Auspice
he
over.
adjusted the first spawn or not.
Gift of mana. Fulmination.
Check your
Spell
maps,
TC.
make sure everyone's
Cast
in the
elements.
corner here. If you're too far back, you're not going to get splashed.
Ibadan cast alliance.
Unless
Shaman
you
epic.
hit Wild Rampage.
Spell gems refreshed. Gift of mana. Gift of mana. Frontal intent. Fulmination. TC over. Cast elements.
Martin
Gift of
Spice.
mana. Ranger auspice. Cast elements.
Alliances are dropping.
TC over. Frontal intent. Spell gems refreshed. Cast elements. Spell gems refreshed. Funeral dirge.
So the slower ads get no ads.
Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Bard epic. Ibadan cast alliance. Cast elements. Ace
You ready,
Prime.
Brad?
Gift of mana.
See anything like that?
Gift of mana. Funeral dirge.
It's all firecasters at the top of the parse right now.
Hold on, that's not different. It's not different for me.
Gift of mana.
Ellie run away
Auspice over. Cast
to that
elements.
little corner over there. Maybe use leap if snared.
Ajna. Bifold up. Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Alliance.
Does it feel like the pets are hitting less less hard, or not? Not the pets, the ads.
Cast elements.
Any response?
Feels like less hit points on them.
I'm aware of that part. I'm asking if they are hitting for less.
Get the atrium.
Frontal intent. Ibadan cast alliance.
Plain spice.
Get on the disciple here.
Queens is dead.
Good luck on your spice, buddy.
Gift of mana.
Summer's just hitting the same as it always does, Markel, so I don't think there's a fault or anything.
We blew our load on the last dragon.
Frontal intent. Shaman epic.
Duke's power.
TC over. Cop. Gift of mana. Ibadan cast alliance. Cast elements. Funeral dirge.
Do we have Paragon?
Gift of mana. Recast benefaction. Fulmination.
Is anybody else running a live parser right now?
Frontal intent. Paragon.
Yes.
Gift of mana.
Are you guys seeing casters or melee on top?
Casters.
Markel,
Skyfire.
Finn, Cypher, and
Okay.
Duke.
I just didn't know if it was a settings issue on our end. Let's keep an eye on the other drakes are spawning. Keep an eye on the other dragon and see if we're noticing any strange trends. You know, maybe melee are ahead on one, maybe poison casters on another. Who knows?
Ellie, you here?
Gift of mana.
Yes, ma'am.
Cast
Hit life.
elements. Spell gems refreshed. Frontal intent.
Trico run?
Gift of mana.
Don't tell me what to do.
Recast epic and fierce eye.
Or my
Spell gems
glurb.
refreshed. Ibadan cast alliance. Dia Regina. Bard epic. Cast elements. TC over. Ibadan
There
cast
is a
alliance.
bodyguard up still.
Frontal intent.
You guys have it on track?
It's to the right.
Gift of mana.
It probably doesn't make any sense to kill the pet. There you go.
Alliance. Funeral dirge.
Did it aggro when you just got close to that aura over there? Was that enough range?
It's pathing towards us.
Yeah, it spawns south of us.
Cast elements.
One of them spawned right on top of me when I ran south for the AE call.
Gotcha. There's a cube next to us.
Still
Leading,
marked?
I guess. No.
Frontal intent.
New cube. There's 3 up.
TC over. Cast elements.
Slightly more
Cast elements.
mucusy now.
Am I tanking the next one?
You just died.
Yeah, that was my point.
DI Xenophine.
One of you other warriors
elements.
looking good on discs
Ace
and
rock.
things to tank the
Gift
next
of
one.
mana. Gift of
Only
mana.
got fucking waxed.
Frontal intent.
I can pop Cliff and go.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Right, Draco. Sal,
TC
you were
over.
not close enough for Splash's spot.
All epics.
Cast elements. Ace prop.
Yeah, hold them.
Gift of mana. Gift of mana.
Hold here till we get the. Or ad's gonna spawn. Son of a bitch.
Nice.
DI Centaur.
Tanks need to go engage whichever while we deal with this.
red eyes.
Or it's going to keep
Gift of
leashing and
mana.
summoning people.
Cast elements.
Just and run.
TC over.
Are those ads timed or percentage based?
Timed.
I think that was just bad luck on it.
Cast elements.
And we're going to end up running into the bodyguard somewhere.
Why are you guys going that way?
Treva is east.
Frontal intent.
The bodyguard spawned right where that aurora was.
Cast
South.
elements.
Oh, I got the bodyguard south.
Can you bring it to a stack or is it something?
It's already on Jensen.
Recast epic and fierce eye. Gift of mana.
Same
Trico.
question. Keep under up.
Guys, what the fuck's everyone doing on the north side of the zone?
Exploring.
You guys gotta figure out which
Yvonne,
fucking
cast the
corner
lights.
these mobs are in.
Quick time.
Benny, can you splice when you get here?
Ooh,
Cast
nope.
elements.
Lag.
Frontal intent.
Bodyguard
Hero
is
Dirge.
here.
Ranger auspice. Shaman epic. Bifold up. Cast elements.
Doing some
Incoming.
Warcry.
Alliance.
Siphon power.
Frontal intent. Cop. Fulmination.
We need people in the other areas.
Gift of mana. Cast elements.
We are not gonna do anything about it. That's the first time we've ever encountered it, so
Funeral
we
Dirge.
can see what it does.
Gift of mana. DI Furial. Recast shield. Recast geometry. DI Ivy slow. Frontal intent.
I lived.
Me too.
I mean, not very many people died. 15 people.
Auspice over. Cast elements. Frontal intent. Cast elements.
So, check your groups. If you are in
Sky
an
down.
odd group, if
TC
that
over.
emote happens again, you will move north to the corner that Grendish would have been in. So the northeast corner. I don't know what the numbers will be.
Frontal intent. Epic mini burn.
Are the ads only on Charayan? Apparently. What were you gonna say, Finn?
Can I get an alliance for Zach?
I was gonna see if we have another Paragon for everyone that died.
Recast epic
What are
and
you
fierce eye.
asking a bit on?
Frontal intent. Gift of mana.
Even groups
Paragon.
run north. Look at your maps. Make sure everyone that's in an even group went north. I don't know. Somebody's running fucking west.
Gift of mana.
That is the worst fucking compass I
Cast
ever saw.
elements.
Well, you did just say odds run west before that happened, and then you just said evens run north. I assume
What?
odds went the other way? Yes.
Recast Geomantra. Recast Shield.
That was did a lot
DI
of good.
Xanthine. DI Cyphrin.
Yeah.
Frontal intent. Cast elements.
The North didn't get hit. Let's get it,
That's
guys.
right.
I died on the way north.
Curse
So
of
did
the
I.
Shrine on my way north.
Did you guys capture that data there?
So it was 186 times 4. Was it 186 times 2, or was it something else?
It should have been times 4 again.
204K, but it was a dot, and then 29 180 times 6.
So that's fucking more.
Yeah, it hit all in the same spot again. Said it funneled all to
But-
the one location.
But Major's is supposed to be all 4 corners, so we missed a corner.
When Abster was saying something at the very beginning, he said something about 2.
He said something about 4. He said something about 2. He said something about 1. One of the triggers is if you don't have people in all 4 corners, at least one, you'll get hit.
He also said you could get double hit.
Yep. If you meet multiple criteria, you will get hit multiple times.
What is meeting multiple criteria?
He listed the criteria. I'd have to go back and.
You need to find that criteria. It's no longer on my screen.
I'm so good at meeting criteria.
Really proud of you, dude.
If any of the corners are empty, all corners will be hit. If 2 areas have the most, all areas get hit. If we made both of those, we get hit twice. And that's all there was.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't get hit at all then.
Yeah, I was standing right beside you, Martin. I didn't get hit either.
We didn't get hit because there were so many people in that one spot that it all funneled to that one spot because that's where the majority of everybody
What
was.
is one spot?
Where we were currently.
George Eva?
Yeah.
I didn't die. I don't even
Southeastern
feel like
area.
I got hit.
I think it was a
That's
southeastern
not
area.
where I was at. It was
Tech
North.
and I were north.
Well,
I
no,
swear I told even groups to go north to Grendish. I don't remember saying anything about odd.
I died on the way going north about halfway up. I was
Me too.
just south of the bottleneck.
Same.
So
We
I
got hit
believe
with
what
the shrine, and then the dot just ate us.
Real ugly.
Let me get the leaders up in leadership. If you guys want to grab a drink, use the restroom. Try to be quick. 3-4 minutes. Honestly, I don't understand what you're supposed to do to defeat what Ibadan just put in guild chat. Are you supposed to stay in one corner? Are you supposed to spread out to all 4 corners equally?
You're supposed
Are
to
you supposed to
spread
have
to
one
4.
person in each corner?
Yeah, 2 groups need to be in each corner at the very least.
Yep.
Doing what? Just playing with their dicks?
Yep,
they
till the emote
run there.
fires.
How the fuck are you supposed to get to that far fucking corner?
You've got, what is it, 15 seconds? I have a trigger for it. Hold on.
We should all be on mounts.
Honestly, you really just need like a decent leap when you leave and you'll make it just fine.
So, how do you get equal groups with 54 people?
I think there's just a minimum number, like probably 10 or 12.
Can you ask him what the minimum number has to be in each corner to satisfy that? Because what is 54 divided by 4? Let me get the fucking calculator.
11. No, that's 44. That would be what, 13? No?
13.5.
13.5.
So 2
We
groups.
need an extra pet in every corner. think it's loose enough to just be 2 groups, 12 in each corner is probably what it's meant to be. Because that just leaves the 1 remainder group, which would be like the main tank group who's currently taking the boss. We can make it to all of them. Just set 2 groups that have bards in them for the farthest corner. Because we didn't get that emote till the 3rd dragon, so we can somewhat kind of rule a corner or 2 out.
Is it a timed mode or is it a
Are
percent?
you guys reading what he said? So he says the idea is that you pick the location with the most folks, and that area gets zapped. I don't know that I'm really totally understanding this. If you send it to 2, is it what we did, sending it to 2 corners the worst thing? Or is sending it to all 4 corners the worst?
He says you don't want to even them out. Then it
So
gets
no,
you hit twice.
his last message was the important one. You got to send 1 person to each corner, and the most isn't the same in 2 places, so you don't balance absolutely.
Who said that?
Just now, Absor in the raid say. You might need to scroll down.
I don't see anything about him saying sending 1 person to a corner.
Those weren't the words, but that was the message. He says, as long as none are 0, and the most isn't the same in 2 places.
So
Oh, there's another nice rule.
So that would be a max of 2 groups then, for sure, to easy that out.
My brain hurts.
But if you even them out, then that's the worst. What the fuck? If any spot has more than 15 people, it gets hit twice. But if you even out the groups, which is exactly what you would have to do to achieve less than 15 people per corner, then he says it's bad. Did he say?
Well,
Then
15.
you get hit twice. So you're getting hit twice anyway.
There's 54 people, so that would be what? 10.
So do we just leave all the 3 tank groups at whichever dragon it happens to be, and everyone else runs to a different corner?
Just scatter. Wait, don't, because then everybody will scatter the same way.
If we intentionally overload our dragon, being that there's 18 plus people there, those groups are the ones most likely to be able to take double hits. Does everyone else take a single hit?
Well, I don't know how I took a 0 hit, so whatever I did, I'd like to do that for everybody.
I didn't run. I mean, assuming, I guess somehow I said the wrong thing. I thought I said even groups go north to where Grendish would be.
Before you talked about the even groups, like a couple of minutes before that, you told the odd groups to go somewhere, and I didn't pay any attention because you were saying odd groups, and I'm not an odd group. But then you said evens go north, so I don't know where the odd groups were supposed to go.
Odd groups weren't supposed to go anywhere. Even groups were supposed to go north. So here's what I want to do. I want to intentionally let the tanks get hit. So that means groups 1, 2, and 3 stay whichever corner we're in, and that leaves 6 groups to go elsewhere, which could, in theory, mean 2 groups in each of the other corners.
Yeah.
So what happens then? Does that
If you
mean
did
the
all
tank
of that,
group is the only one that gets hit? in our
Right.
current corner?
I don't know if there's a safe spot that doesn't count as a corner too.
It's probably
Because-
just the it probably counts like where the aura spawn.
Yeah, I saw
just
the ground
inside that,
card.
inside the little like the corner piece is
But
probably considered the aura.
What happens if you're in the middle between the aura pieces?
I don't know. Maybe you get raped.
Well, that's kind of where Tech was. Tech and I were, and we got killed.
Yeah, and we were actually in the north, Martin and I, and we didn't take any damage.
Well, the aura had split, so we had to like slow down so we didn't run through the aura, and so we were in between the dragon and the aura, and that's where we died.
So we could have 12, 12, 12, 18.
So, right. Okay, so we need to make sure that fast groups are the ones who go to opposite corner. I mean, that's the only way we're not always going to be in George Treva's corner. You know, so we've got to call opposite, adjacent left, and adjacent right, or something like that. I mean, I don't know how to predetermine that without. I know a lot of people are going to fucking blow at that.
I don't know if the cast time on that spell is going to beat the emote either.
This guy don't know what the hell he's doing either, so.
So another thing to consider that you might mention is instead of having an absolute number for the groups, that would basically fuck anybody that doesn't have a full raid, right?
You would just rebalance it like we have to do for Tops 1 when we don't have full raids.
So it's a percentage, not a absolute number.
Right. The absolute numbers are just for like satisfying. Like you can have 40, but if you have over 15 in a corner, you're gonna meet that check.
It only hits the area with the most people, so that's right. But do we have to be in all four corners? He said you need at least one person per corner, right? So, but do we only need one group in the opposite corner, or does it need to be two? Well, I guess it needs to be two per corner, because if you don't have two per corner, you're going to end up with more than 18 potentially in one of the adjacent corners.
If you
Right, and
don't
then
have
both those
people
corners
in
get
the
nuked.
corners, they're going to get hit twice.
Okay, well, I think that we have our answer then. The 3 tank groups, like we said, stay in our corner. Groups 4 and 5 would have to be the opposite because they're the fastest ones. And then, 6 and 7 adjacent left, and 8 and 9 could be adjacent right. And I know that people are going to really fucking struggle on that, so we're going to have to do a pretend one when we happen to be standing at one spot.
I think Abster's last message is the cleanest data we're going to get from him all night, so let's make sure we have that captured. Till it changes in the future.
I've been doing dumps of everything he says at the end of the raid.
Okay, thanks, dude. Then when people get to this and it's just too hard, he'll just remove all of those mechanics.
Maybe. All right, let's drop down so we can hopefully explain this to people.
Guardian dropping on Midrose. Recast Guardian on Midrose.
Troops in each corner. No matter if we have 15 in the main tank corner, that's still going to hit us for triple.
No.
I think that check requires like all four corners to be exact. I don't think it means like if
It's
two have the same number, you get nuked like that.
he clarified it to say if two areas have the most player characters, they both get hit.
So if two groups had to happen to have 20 each,
Correct.
you know
They
what I
would
mean?
get hit by like 3 spells.
Right.
So if your tank groups are down one, like if an entire group is down, then that might become a problem.
We have to make sure we don't have an entire tank group down.
right? And we don't know if corpses count or not. You know, it's a lot of stuff, a lot of variables.
The good news is you do have 30 seconds to run your corner.
Did he
So
increase it?
that's always been 30 since.
Oh, he said
No,
it was 15 seconds.
yeah, he said he was going to increase it.
Okay.
Well, he said he was checking it.
I mean, it was 30 seconds when we did this 2 weeks ago too. So
All right, so let's start off. We haven't seen Susserac really. Let's do Susserac first. But we're already in this corner. So, Finn, do we need to do a trial run saying, okay, it's time to spread out. Now everyone go to your spots, and then have everyone look at their maps to make sure people are going to the right spot?
yes, we can.
I think we should. So everyone should be at Susserac right now. Check your maps. I don't need it typed out. Just give me a confirmation in here.
Group 4 is all here.
Come on.
Your group's good.
3's here.
Group 1 here.
7, 8.
Just missing Monotail from group 6.
Mono, you there, buddy?
PW, you make it back?
Ellie, are you moving Catarite?
Yeah, I'm moving her right now.
I never left.
Oh, okay. My bad.
All right. So let's pretend that we just got the emote. So groups 1, 2, and 3 are staying here. 4 and 5 are opposite. 6 and 7 are adjacent left. 8 and 9 are adjacent right. Everyone move out now. And check your maps. Make sure everyone went the right way. I know that this sucks, and probably some of you really understand the concept and don't need this, but just humor me.
Get to corner now. Get to corner now.
Then do you have that triggered anchored?
Yeah.
The very important thing to note is pretty much all of our DPS groups, from 1 week to the next, you might not be in the same group. So
Group 4 is good.
It's just missing Finn.
Group 5 pooched it.
Finn, are you doing something with triggers?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's all move back to Susserac. I mean, I guess that if we're hoping that 18 people being in the tank location with the current dragon is going to be the strongest, if somebody goes to the wrong corner, one person's okay, 2 people are okay. A lot of people going to the wrong corner means that you might get double nuked in the wrong corner with people who can't survive a double nuke. So you guys got to understand this. And this is all keeping in mind that this could be completely wrong and achieves the wrong result, but I think that we're right. All right, finalize buff, start the eyes.
You coming, Martin?
Everyone should be back at Susserac.
Not yet, honey.
So Finn, when we do this with Susserac first, we're going to get the extra shit spread the entire time, right?
What extra shit?
Dismal, whatever it is. Is that the one that we're trying to avoid from Susserac?
Yes.
Okay, so at least we'll figure that out a little bit.
That just means our melee DPS is going to be absolute shit.
Seems like it's already been. Zing!
Anyone else was, but that last one that we tried, I was lagging really bad. Couldn't do much.
There's just one lag spike on the 3rd dragon, but it wasn't too bad.
All right, 30-second one. Kilgore, you'll be up on power first, on engage.
Grand, you're going to start life off.
Oh, tech.
Bard epic.
Just saying, it's like all melee to mark
Get it
out.
debuffed. Get it in
Ranger
position.
auspice. Cop.
Let him push it to the corner there, guys.
Alliance. Apex of the elements.
Epic mini.
Epic mini burn.
I don't think this is facing the corner there. Close.
Frontal intent. Funeral dirge. Fulmination. Apex of the elements. Mage spire. Cast elements. Quick time. Gift of mana. TC over. Frontal intent. Fulmination. Shaman epic.
Casman's having to reboot.
Funeral dirge.
He can't do anything.
Cast elements.
Okay.
Gift of mana. Auspice over. Haze proc. Gift of mana. Spell gems refreshed. Frontal intent. Ibadon cast alliance. Ranger auspice. Fulmination. Gift of mana. Cast elements. Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Gift of mana. Alliance. Fulmination.
Silo, Spirits of Cheetah. Be ready to run whichever direction we tell you to run.
Cast elements.
Go clockwise.
It's a lot of people running through that aura.
Doesn't do anything.
Cast elements.
Uh-oh.
Recast epic and fierce eye.
Nice job, Zach.
Ibadon cast alliance. Gift of mana.
Back to
Auspice
Scat
over.
Daddy on power.
Funeral
Can we
dirge.
get it a little closer
Spell
to the
TC.
corner?
Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Gift of mana. Epic's ready.
Go
Fulmination.
ahead with epics. Be ready for
Epic
maybe
mini burn.
Drakes.
Cop.
Or
Alliance.
Trevor was it Charayon that did the Drakes?
Cast elements.
Yeah.
TC over. Fulmination.
Can you spice more?
Ranger auspice. Frontal intent.
Make sure your
Cast
jam
elements.
mattress up.
Drink those splashes.
You guys know we have these spells in our trigger package, right? You guys keep linking them, but we've had them for like a month.
This feels good.
Shaman epic.
Did not. It's the opposite.
Frontal intent.
I hadn't seen
Cast
that one
elements.
yet, so I figured I should link it.
TC over.
Holler out if you see a cleaner, and I'll try to throw a target on it.
Alliance.
Let me know when you get back, Hasman. You might be dead.
Okay.
Cast elements. Fulmination.
Yes, man.
Frontal intent. Recast shield. Ibadon cast alliance. Gift of mana. Bard epic. Auspice over. Cast elements.
Drake ads?
Fulmination. TC over.
Coming Drake ads.
Cast elements.
Becca run.
Frontal intent. DI shading war. Gift of mana.
I'm back in.
Smart and power.
Can you group invite Casman, Barla? You need to find the disciple and the other one.
Yeah, Atrium Disciple. We got domicile here in front of the dragon.
Recast geometry.
Those defenders, I could charm them for a second, but then they break real quick.
Cast elements. Frontal
Oh,
intent.
is that why I lost it?
Sorry about that.
Guardian dropping on Triconics.
No worries.
Recast Guardian on Triconics.
It is all for test and CC.
Epics ready. Gift of mana. Funeral dirge.
I don't know where the fuck this mob is.
Alliance.
Where's the
Atrium
Disciple?
Atrium Disciple on track.
I've been tracking it. It's like all the way across to the other side.
Well, that cube is much better now.
Spell gems refreshed.
It's purple.
It says it's the mob is like inside where Yellowknack's at, so I can't
Fulmination.
do anything about it.
Cast elements. Gift of mana. Cast elements.
Yeah, the mob's inside Yellowknack's room, so I can't get to
That's
it.
something you should mention to Abstort.
Do the shuffle.
Evadon cast alliance. Frontal intent. Haze proc. Gift of mana.
What
Cast
was it
elements.
called? Atrium Disciple?
TC
Yeah.
over.
Yes, an Atrium Disciple.
Fulmination.
What's the endurance drain? That fucking blows.
I can't even target it.
Gift of mana. TC over. Funeral
Do you
dirge.
actually see him in there, Finn, or is it a ZX? Just...
Up, I found. Oh no, those are new. Oh, they killed me.
Oh, there's another set coming. Cool.
Yeah.
Shaman epic.
Awesome.
Frontal intent.
Well, I'm out of endurance.
Cast
So
elements.
Bodyguard.
Monatel run.
he says.
Recast epic and Fierce Eye.
Are we even going to be able to apply enough DPS to kill it before it keeps on healing itself?
Well, we took it from 43 to 29 while it was still up, so it's just gonna take a while longer.
Cast
And I
geometry.
assume it'll heal the other dragons when we get to them too.
Cast elements.
I could ask for a reset.
No.
Frontal intent. Spell gems refreshed.
Crusaders run.
Or there it is.
Evadon cast alliance.
Is that it? Trackers?
Nope.
Or
There's,
is there
there's
multiple?
another one.
There's two.
Okay.
Tib hit life.
Cast elements.
Okay.
Funeral dirge. Spell gems refreshed. Bard epic. Frontal intent.
Just gotta out DPS the heals now.
I mean, he went up 10% while we were fucking with that. So if that last mob doesn't get killed, then every time ads spawn,
Alliance.
it's going to go up 10%. Do an epic, see if we can get this fucking thing down.
Epic mini burn. TC over. Enchanter IOG.
Killian power.
Haze proc. Cuff. Cast elements. Funeral dirge. Gift of mana. Fulmination. Frontal intent.
Is anybody able to get that disciple on a target so we can maybe send pets or something on the damn thing? And underscore
elements.
Atrium.
Negative from.
Did you find it, Finn?
main right?
No, I'm still dead.
Or are you dead?
I had yellow next room. Oh, Killian's here. Oh, Killian's about to die. Looks like a fresh spawn.
Give it mother. Frontal intent.
You got it, Killian. Oh no, he's dead too.
And assist Justin for that. For that Atrium Disciple.
Mystic run.
Anybody gets a chance to drag me? I'm on the north side, please.
TC over.
Watch out for the cube there.
Is it in raid?
It should be
Mod on
now. I
cast
think I
alliance.
pulled it out or
DI
something did.
Cast elements.
No, it's opposite the raid. Kill this Atrium Disciple. Here it is.
Is that the only one?
There
Apex
should
of the elements.
be, if
Maid's
that
Fire.
lost one is still around, there's another one.
That's what I'm saying. Is
run.
that it?
The one that killed Finn and Killian.
I think that was a fresh
But
spawn.
I think that's a fresh spawn. Yeah, that's not the one they were looking for.
DI Xenophene.
Does anybody have an Atrium type on track?
Could use Alliance on
Frontal
Zach.
intent. Give it mother. Funeral Dirge. Guardian dropping on Triconics.
Yes, there's an Atrium Disciple on track.
Oh, and there it is, healing.
Give it mother.
The boss.
I'm pretty far south.
You guessing candy
Spell gems
spawn,
refreshed.
or he's just looking at something else?
It's
Give
still
it mother.
spamming its heals.
Cast elements.
Oh, by Zach.
Frontal intent. Recast Epic and Fierce Eye. TC over. Alliance. Epic's ready. Fivefold up.
I got it, I think.
Frontal intent. Recast Geomantra. Cast elements. Fulmination.
It's in raid.
Give it mother.
Oh, nice.
Medros's body is at the door to Yellowknife.
It's number
So-
2 in raid.
Cast elements. Cast elements.
Whenever you guys have to move,
Drug
somebody
run?
grab me.
Skyfire. Frontal intent.
Sorry, missed target killed.
Give it mother. DI red eyes. DI blender.
Killian's corpse is at the door to Yellowknife as well, it looked like.
Harley run.
Cast elements. DI Xenophene.
Go to the Epics.
Frontal intent.
Peru power, please.
Are you gonna head back this way, Mark?
Cop.
I'm
Shaman.
here now.
DI Triconics.
Standing on your head.
My corpse is here. Thank you, Brew.
Grabbed Killian's too while I was there.
Nice.
Ibad on Cast Alliance. Cast elements.
Who else needs a drag?
TC over.
Need buffs on Medros.
Recast Benefaction. Frontal intent. Fulmination.
Turd, can you rally me?
Cast elements.
Incoming.
Thanks.
Someone hit me with a DI.
Give it mother.
I get Shaman buffs and Druid buffs on
Fulmination.
Zach. Thank you.
Incoming.
Give it mother.
I
Alliance.
hope he comes back and resets this because he saw that comment earlier.
Can happen.
Cast elements. Frontal intent.
Oh, he's trying to get the edge?
Fulmination.
Are you like not in range, Zach?
Under the dragon.
Silo, Spirits of Cheetah. going to be Grendish North.
Ad
Are
spawn.
you serious?
Cast elements.
I guess Atrium's low priority on this wave.
Cherion is west, but kill the ads before you move.
There's bodyguard coming right to us from the other side.
The bodyguard makes the others to spawn, right?
Makes the well. There's no
DM
pet
drones.
though, because there's no.
Come on.
mob. Yeah, so I
DIS
guess
on.
domicile should have been next priority. Turns out.
Cast elements. Give it mode.
This just did.
Give it mana.
What happened?
Oh, we didn't engage the dragon.
Can we get the leaders up in leader chat?
Recast mana regen.
All right, thoughts on what we've seen so far about which mob do we engage first? The pros and cons of us engaging Susurrak first versus Grendish, for example.
Who's the one we just did?
Sus.
Let's not do that because I think he was eating. I think he was causing melee DPS to have issues.
Well, there's gonna be issues with all of them. That's the
Right,
thing.
but
our tanks were saying they ran out of endurance,
what was that though?
or was that unrelated?
That is unrelated. That doesn't have an endurance component.
My bad then.
And I mean, we are a melee heavy guild. If we're
Yeah, right. That's why I had us doing Grindish first, because it's just a small interrupt to spells chance, which I didn't ever have happen to me personally, so I assumed it wasn't that big a deal.
Well,
Just
your
going through a
spells are
dot.
super fast though. You know, if it's a caster doing 3-second spells, I imagine they'd have a higher chance to get interrupted.
I don't think it's a problem though because it's on a set timer. It was every 50 seconds, so you could avoid it.
Right, if they wanted to, I guess, just leap out into the hallway. Maybe. I don't even know if that's far enough.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Ooh.
So we're talking about let's engage Grendish first, right?
It's definitely just between him and Susurrak. We definitely don't want the other two.
So
Bifold up.
when Abser's talking about raising the number
Sidewire
from 15 to 18, Martin, that was your ask, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying is if, in order for, what was the 15 related to?
So we're going to leave 3 groups on the boss and then run to all those other rooms.
Guardian dropping on
Right.
Tritonics.
And
Recast Guardian on
that
Tritonics.
would have made it over the 15 threshold, so they would have taken a double ding.
What
So
was?
the people,
The tank group.
Are
the
you saying that?
the rules say that the group that's the largest is going to take a hit, and also if there's more than 15 people in a group, it's going to take 2 hits. So I asked him to change it to 18, so we could leave, so that anybody could leave 3 groups there and only take a single hit, assuming you did everything else correctly, meaning that you've got less than smaller groups in the other areas and at least 1 person in each corner. The way that we were doing it before is you were guaranteed to get double ding, double zapped, as Absor would put it.
Right, that's what we were intending to do, though.
And I said that if you do it so that there's 3 groups, it makes more sense because then everybody else can probably only get single zapped. And he said that is the goal: is that one group gets zapped only once. And I said, then you should take it to 18 because otherwise you have to balance it out at 13, 13, 13,
Right,
15.
which
You
is
can't do it.
ridiculous. Right. Okay, good. Very good suggestion on that then. So we're still going to do the same strategy, but we'll hopefully only get zapped once.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And then we're going to want to look for things like if anybody's dead and there's a corpse there, is that going to count?
Did you ask him about?
I didn't, but that's things that we don't typically find out about until we're 2 weeks into an expansion and go, oh, look at this, and then they take 6 weeks to fix it.
I assume, like with most things, it'll count if they're hovering, but not if they've already respawned.
Right.
So for that phase, whenever the spread out emote happens, nobody hovering is what we're saying, or maybe, but that would be what we would tell people. We are out of combat. I'm gonna tell them to do TB so we can get ready to rock.
My TV doesn't want to hit.
Oh god, I gotta delete my old rod. Oh, where is it?
Wait, what'd you say?
What?
Doesn't apply to you.
Oh, he's looking for his penis.
I don't have to look. I keep it in the cupboard.
That's a mighty dumb place for it.
Dana, sometimes you're so quiet I can't even hear you, and I've turned you up tonight.
Is this better?
Yeah,
That
she was quiet last time.
Okay. My mic is now like sticking in my mouth practically.
That's how they work.
You gotta throat it.
She's gonna call you a name.
What the fuck is up with these TVs?
It's not hitting.
Oh, what do you mean?
Keeps
Oh, it's
telling
that.
me that red thing. You have to be resting, and oh, now I've got a retimer.
How long is the timer now?
13 seconds.
Okay. So we're gonna engage a mob and it's gonna die, is what we're hoping to see happen, I guess. Or is he just killing 2 right now?
I think we're going to engage, and I think he's going to then kill 2, the first 2.
Okay.
So we should probably tell him when you're ready to engage.
You may need to move someone into group 6, so these groups are balanced out. Yeah, we didn't have a 6-person last run.
Should be fine.
Extra person.
You think
Should
it'll
be fine as
Martin?
long as we don't add to more than 18 in any corner.
Yeah, I think less is okay, more is not.
Correct.
All right, dropping down.
Works for me.
Go and pick a dragon, and we'll engage it, and he'll murder it for us. Either way, let's head to Grendish. I think that it feels like the best thing for us to do Grendish first. So, I don't think it's anything that he really needs to change. Now that we know, if we get unfortunate and have ads spawn at 0% again, tanks at least the main tank group for whichever dragon we happen to be on needs to be running to the next dragon, because that did seem very fast, but I wasn't sure that was going to count that way or not.
Is he doing anything for pathing to make sure nothing gets stuck again?
I didn't ask anything about that.
because that's what really screwed us.
Yeah, he took note though, and he said that was bad. So
I don't think
that's
padding's something they
crossover.
can fix on the fly.
It'll
Oh,
just
they could
be
have it
spawn
spawn somewhere
location.
else. I'd rather spawn right on top of the dragon than if it's gonna path bad.
Let's move to Grendish. Say something in Arce whenever you're in position. Your groups are in position.
Thanks, Tech. I could use 6 or 7 more.
Yes.
Alright, looks like group 3's in position. Finalize buffs and DIs. Only got 2 minutes left on mine. Don't hit epics when this engages, Shaman.
Okay. Hit your TBs.
Alright, 30-second warning.
Barley, you got Zach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Latreva's straight south. Arion is west. Southwest.
Run through the edges of the auras, not through the center.
Now you tell me.
Check your maps, make sure everyone's got to where we're going. Once you get to Charion, you're good to go for epic.
Gift of mana.
Good spice bin.
So groups 4 and 5 on the spread out are going opposite, which is northeast.
Funeral dirge.
6 and 7 are going clockwise to Susserock, which is north. And groups 8 and 9 will be going straight east.
Was it around 50% last time?
Cast elements.
It's probably just another timed one, Martin, after we engage.
Okay.
Grant,
Get
you
that
wanna?
off. Get that
Spell
off
gems
the
refreshed.
torch
Target.
pole there, Justin.
Quick time. Gift of
Can in 2 minutes.
Frontal intent.
What happened?
Cast elements.
The Yelnak timer.
No one endangering Yellonak.
Yeah, that was an oops.
Oh, we should have been endangering Yellonak.
You guys should have burned harder. Not a threat.
Auspice over.
So that's an indication we're gonna have to kill Yelnak at the end.
We've probably taken him like 95, and then he's like, "Oh no, I don't want it," and then he leaves.
Right, like every other dragon and Una.
You guys are scaring me. Bye.
I just hope he's a separate event and doesn't immediately go active as soon as these 4 are dead.
Oh, I definitely will. What do you think this is? The Triunity?
I mean, I wish.
Well, let's head to Grendish. If he ends up having to respawn the zone and we have to move again, so be it. So I don't know what with no one endangering Yellonak means. Does that mean that we have to attack Yellonak at some point?
That's the assumption, is that he's probably the 5th target on this event. So
Right.
He's definitely on track.
He's on track in the group mission. You don't fucking touch him at all, unless that's been changed.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't consent in the group mission.
There was an emote when the second Crusader died about Yellynak roaring once the second Crusader was slain.
Grant, you're gonna lead off on life.
Oh, we got some tokens.
You got lucky.
Recast epic of
What,
Gears
that you didn't hit it when I told you to?
It wasn't up then.
Oh,
Jobs, anyone not at Grendish?
I'm on the way.
we got a
so-
timer on.
somebody is, but I'm not telling who.
I just said on my way.
That was you?
Jeez, Dana. Be nice to our guest.
It wasn't our guest. It was my bard.
He'll mail you a spider that'll kill you.
It's done, Martin.
It doesn't matter.
We need the spicy.
We're close enough now. It's a fucking minute.
But we'll wipe later with all the spice.
Oh, you're kidding me, right?
What now?
I just cast
20.
a spell and now I've got a 2-minute timer.
2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Whoa. Well, he could get us to that part if he wanted to. Just saying.
Dilly dally.
She's from Ohio, but
Fucking potato state.
I vote that the warrior gets a dedicated chanter to ruin them.
Ohio's the Buckeye State.
The counterpoint, you guys just do tank swaps with this or down.
are we
That's
gonna have to do
crazy.
a recount on the vote, Zach?
When glyphs are down.
That works too.
That last one did an endurance train. It's pretty rough.
Oh
Are we
yes.
still in combat? I can't push my TB.
Yes.
I just
I
got
have
mine.
1 minute and 4 seconds.
The ranger has his TB, so I think we're fine.
Screw you.
No.
Can't make me.
We have a fucking minute now somehow. Why does this happen?
39 seconds.
Markel, we need your TB2 for we need DS during the fight, K. After everyone clicks it off, I need you to reapply it very fast.
I can't remember the last time I got a mage damage spell. I mean damage shield.
That's what happens when you block him, Dana.
Alright, 30-second warning. Sure.
So I'm gonna hold my ancestral aid then too.
Then it's gonna reset again.
If you're still waiting to hit your TBs, just wait a second. You don't have to engage this mob.
He might not. Oh, there he goes.
Sorry, is opposite. So go clockwise.
Fucking scattle.
Try to sneak in your TB on the way.
Oh god, he saved me. Yes.
Susarak is northwest. Yelnack Roar is
Do
the
it,
second
guys.
Crusader Falls. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
They do that every time.
Alliance.
We're actually
Go ahead
doing
with
this.
Epic.
Epic mini burn.
Everybody go. Benny Spice.
Oh, Martin.
All yours.
Frontal intent.
Don't lie.
Ranger auspice.
All yours.
Cop.
Alright, focus
Gift of
up.
mana. Gift of mana.
Remember, group 4 and 5 opposite,
Bard
6 and 7
Funeral dirge.
clockwise, adjacent left.
Cast elements.
8 and 9 counterclockwise, adjacent right.
Quick time. Gift of mana. Ibadan cast alliance. Frontal intent. Gift of mana. Shaman epic.
How far out do we need to go? Like all the way to the other corner?
Domination.
Yep.
Cool.
Groups 1, 2, and 3 are staying here whenever that
Cast elements.
fucking spread
Effects
out
of the
shit
elements.
happen.
Frontal intent. Cast elements. Get to corner now.
Go.
Alliance.
Get to your corners. Check your maps. Point out somebody who's fucking
Auspice over.
slow. Get your geomantras on, especially if you're in groups 1, 2, and 3. Try to keep Zach topped off.
Virulent talon faded.
What do you say
I
it
had
was? 30
tenacity.
seconds?
Tib
I
didn't
can't
run.
die.
Frontal intent.
Oh no, I was dotted.
Oh, he increased the time again between the emotes, so I guess it's probably 45. Yeah, 45. It hit the right spot, so as long as you guys only got hit once, we did it right.
I didn't take fucking any damage.
We didn't take it at our corner either.
Oh, so what? We just have to run there and run
Is
back?
that it then? Is that the
Yep.
message
Yes,
that
go
means
back.
it's fine?
Yep. Come back.
to Susarak. How did it look on your map?
Gift of mana.
Other than Tib, did anyone else fail?
I got blown up. I'm not sure
Frontal
why.
intent.
You died before it even went off tech. You ran through the aura.
Oh, I got hit by that aura? I thought I leapt through it.
Yeah, don't ever listen to Finn. He lies.
You know,
You should
Ye-
try
Cast
first
elements.
person. Probably suck less.
usually it works. No, definitely not in first person.
Ranger auspice.
Oh,
Alliance.
Jesus, and your corpse is on the other side of the
Well,
zone.
yeah,
Shit.
it's in the corner that we're supposed to be.
Cube is coming from the north
Enough, guys.
or south.
Frontal intent.
Good with Epic.
Epics ready. Cast elements. Fulmination. Epic mini burn. Ibadan cast alliance. Haze proc. Gift of mana.
Got that as your power back?
Yeah, both times.
Go ahead.
Cop. Recast
I
epic
did
mini
run the longest possible route, so you guys can definitely get there. There's not really an excuse to not be in the correct corner when you
Cast
do that
elements.
emote.
Which one's still up? Is it your Trevor? Or
Yes. So that's opposite right now.
Frontal intent.
And
So
bye.
it's gonna have
Get to
brand
corner.
new surprises. Get to your corners.
Frenzied burnout faded. Cast elements. TC over.
Why the fuck are so many of you still standing here at Sussuruk? Move to your fucking corner.
Rua.
We're gonna want to stop DPS so it doesn't change dragons, right?
I don't think
Well,
that's going to be a problem.
all the DPS isn't there anymore, Red, so I think it'll be alright.
Oh no, we got tanks.
You guys do 8%, I'll give you a cookie.
I'm switching to two-handed.
Frontal intent.
You can rest tech back, all right?
Focus up. Check
I
your
got
maps
him.
and make sure everyone fucking moved to their correct spot.
Yeah, we're good. Sorry, southwest is good.
We took some damage that time, but we survived it. I come back to Sussuruk.
Are you good, Blender, to tank last dude?
Where's that guard? Did somebody get hunted by the damn
Planes, and also me.
fucking Finn? You guys didn't see the giant purple fucking cube?
I did, and then I ran into it.
Solid.
Frontal intent.
I didn't leap after I went in.
Do we
Auto
have to-
follow right to it.
Very funny.
Where the cube is in our corner.
Understand you only.
The cube is in our corner.
Zelo, Spirits of Cheetah, don't touch the fucking cube. Some of you are giant fucking cube.
I was not. That's weird.
Come on. Oh, I thought it was dead.
Opposite corner.
I'm
That's a
snared,
nice
so some of the roar. Oh,
So it was not in the cube.
So it was
It actually looked like the blob was in the corner.
So now what's the story that this guy is
If you, Markel, I'm just going to zone back. I don't know if anybody else died at the port out part.
Get to your corners.
Guardian dropping on Triconics.
Go,
Cast
move to your
Guardian on
fucking
Triconics.
corners. Ton of you still standing here. Check your maps, make sure people are moving. If you got banished because you were dork and ran into a cube, banner back in. Unless you can get through all those mobs to us.
Mid, can eat a dick.
Yeah.
Red eyes.
Is it broken? Should have already fired by now.
It hasn't fired yet? Shit.
Well, it was on the last emotes we just did. My timer was 5 seconds too long, and now it's eclipsed that. Maybe the script lagged during Sussuruk. I don't know. Just go back to him.
Come back to George Reva. Try to get off the torch here, Justin.
Where are you taking, brah?
Recast Epic and Fierce.
There you go.
Frontal intent.
With so many people in the one corner.
Martin, you got spice?
I do.
7 get those.
Ranger Auspice. Funeral Dirge.
Try to get some of these people up.
Bard Epic. Epic Mini Burn.
Burn whatever you got.
Frontal intent. Supernova.
But what about Yalniak?
We have to
Get
get
corner
to
now.
it.
Skyfire.
Get to your
Spread.
corners. That was a bad timing.
I see. So that was at 80% that time?
Your mantras. Zach up.
Frontal in 10.
We got hit with a something there. I'm guessing it was it.
The timer's already gone. And just go back.
Back.
There's a cube in the middle of the lane here.
Is its blinker on?
Yeah, there's one stuck in the corner.
Frontal in 10.
There's always going to be cube, but you guys just need to actively be searching for them as you're moving and not hitting them. Don't really need to call out.
Oh, there's more
cubes
than
up.
one, huh?
There's 3 of them.
Funeral Dirge. Shaman Epic.
He's Alliance for Zach.
You guys need to get rebuffed, especially if you're in 1, 2, and 3. Then tells for rebuffs.
Gift of Mana. Alliance. Frontal in 10.
Only you need to consider getting some new gear, I think, bud.
So when we do this, when it goes live, we'll have a good
Cast
representation of what's real.
Precisely.
So we'll know what happens later on in the event.
So which one we gonna do here? No glyphs and no gear, or buff up so we can see the mechanics?
Gift of Mana.
Yep.
Frontal in 10. Funeral Dirge.
Proper tuning or mechanics, I guess, is the choice.
Get to corner
Mechanics
now.
is important.
Cast elements.
Get to your corners. There will be cubes. 2 mantras if you got them. Looks like we got hit. Come on back.
Recast Epic and Fierce Eye. Frontal in 10. Epic's ready. Recast Shield.
You guys got hit by the frontal, I guess. We just got hit with the aura one.
Is it Curse of the Shrine?
No, that's his frontal.
Bard Epic.
One
Or
of those
that's-
yellow and white cons.
That's the point blank rather.
That's from people getting banished,
Frontal in 10.
running into cubes.
Hmm.
If you're here, let's get some freaking DPS on this stuff. A lot of you guys just got to banner the fuck back in.
Ranger Auspice.
At least get an alliance on Zach. If there's not already. We're
I have
taking a
one.
lot of AE damage, and a lot of people are not buffed and getting whacked.
Frontal in 10.
You're talking, Finn, about the message whenever
When it
it
fires.
goes off,
Paragon.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it either. Duke's power.
Cop.
Get these people up if we can.
Frontal in 10. Cast elements. Get to corner now.
Get to your
Corners.
corners. Geomantras if you got them.
Oh, snared. Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Probably also hit papers.
Don't worry, you got 25 seconds still.
Armor of experience. All
Cast
kinds
elements.
of good shit could happen.
Auspice over.
Stop hitting the fucking cubes, guys. They're giant and purple.
It's right at the tank group right now.
Snare dot.
Frontal in 10.
Okay, 5 more seconds to get there.
Which one's Curse of the
Well, there it
Shrine
was.
again?
Come on back. Watch out for cubes. wonder if we failed to satisfy it. It didn't do the message. It should say something.
Yeah, it didn't say anything for me for the first
Yeah.
two on this guy.
Oh, jeez.
Like lots of laughs, get good, scrub, something.
Cast elements.
Yellowknack, I assume, will be next, so if we kill this, we'll be running to Yellowknack.
Skyfire down.
I think most of Group 6 is down, if you guys can res us.
DPS groups are...
Recast epic and
Too
fearsome.
many people are getting hit by the fucking cubes.
Frontal intent.
Groups are getting splintered, losing healers, and DPS groups are just getting wiped.
Funeral dirge.
Are we done, Zo? We still going?
We'd still be going, but we can't get the DPS groups to stay the fuck alive.
Epic's ready.
Are you guys shouldn't be taking any damage. The other corners, am I wrong?
We're not
We got
dying in the
this-
corners.
We didn't even make it there.
What is causing people to die when they're running to the other
Shrine.
corner?
Frontal intent.
The snare dot.
The auras.
Get to your corners.
Yeah, the snare dot's just
Right.
ripping us to pieces.
Snared again.
Me too.
300k a tick. Like, I'm gonna die in 2 ticks.
Right, and while
Bubble.
running, it's pretty hard to get heals.
I'm dead.
Same.
You good to go, Blender? I got 20 seconds on Glyph.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, you can take it whenever.
Frontal intent.
You guys can like
Heal Blender.
Heal me, Finn.
Oh, something smashed us.
Yellowknack.
Mm.
Oh, we didn't have anyone in the northwestern area. It looks like.
Frontal intent.
How many people are still alive in there?
Died.
Me. Tanks, basically.
3 groups worth that are spread out.
There's nothing that cures that dot, huh?
That's got to be adjusted. If you're snared and dotted and you can't get to the different corners, it's basically
He just
You're
noted
dead.
it.
You can do it. You guys can stopgap while you're running. You have 40 seconds.
Frontal intent.
At most, the dot's only on for 20 seconds when that emote goes off. So you can stand here and heal and then run as soon as it fades off so you don't die. Or if you have heals, you can run, heal yourself, run again, and just do it that way. It's not an immediate thing.
Now the big question is, Yellowknack can have all of the thing. Rip.
Recast geometric.
Are we gonna have him reset it, or what are we
Frontal
doing?
intent.
Yeah, 15%. We're still going. We can banner back in.
Get to corner now.
Agony.
Corners now. JD, give the light.
Cast elements.
I'll run to my corner.
What?
Get to corners. Corners are a good time to rebuff, assuming everyone's in there. You won't take any damage.
All right, well, banner
My
in
whole
then.
group is down.
Res tokens out.
Agony of Absolution works, but it's a sucky reuse timer.
Yeah.
Did you see
I
what he
hit
did there?
agony and then I died to the breath.
Frontal intent.
And then
Said
the very next time I
You
got the
could,
dot
of
again.
course,
I'll let the rest Chopin, but he's already here.
no, you can't. That would be bad too.
I'm reading Arce Norgold, if that's what you're asking.
He really is making
No
my
message
brain
this time?
hurt.
Nope.
I didn't see one.
Come back.
Watch out for the giant fucking purple
Frontal
cube.
intent.
The timer is accurate though, so once I reshare that. We can go off that regardless of if there's a message or not.
Guys, you got to just please banner in. Let's go. If you got any kind of burns, hit them. I understand that we'll get fucking murdered by Yellenak, but at least maybe we'll learn something.
What the hell is
I'm
the
good, mate,
Crusader
I'm in.
sword?
I don't know if that's what killed
Ooh.
me.
Frontal intent.
Show up in Tipstead.
I believe that is what these dragon statues cast.
Like, you don't even have to be in the aura to get it.
Gift of mana. Cast elements. Cast elements. Cast elements.
I'm good, guys. I don't need a res.
Cup. Frontal intent. Cast elements. Funeral dirge. Get to corner now.
I'll get the life. I'll try to have Paladin gift of life for each time. That'll help. It certainly may
moving.
not do everything. Watch out for the cubes.
We're just burning through.
Rip Grand.
What'd you say, Zach?
Are we just burning through this one?
What does that mean?
I honestly did not see
We were trying to run. We just don't have many people to run. If you
Frontal
see
intent.
corpses, try to grab them. Head back to the Ortreva. If you got a harm touch red or Drogba,
Try that.
you can do it, guys. 1%.
Frontal intent. Ranger auspice.
Did we win?
Wait, did we win?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't fight Yellenak? Ha!
Cast elements.
You just go talk to him for the chest?
Oh no. It's literally the coolest fucking dragon in the entire history of EverQuest, and you don't.
Let me loot your talons, bro.
So yeah, that snare along with that dot, that is just insane.
So
Go talk to the big dragon.
Oh, do we get to kill ourselves? Yes.
Now it's time for phase 2.
I hope so.
Oh, there's a chest here. What a bummer. How do you not fight this beautiful dragon?
We didn't get to kill the last one either.
Right.
I think the only one you actually kill is Santalak. So far. Probably Vulak too at the end.
Why doesn't even tell you you're talking to him?
He rezzed us. Why do we have all these corpses here?
Calls probably.
What's the feedback? I don't know if he's going to bounce on us here. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, especially the DPS groups that we're running to different corners, say something. Clerics, you're going to need to have hit points. So if you're the type of cleric who is a heroic wisdom cleric, you're probably going to die a lot on this raid.
I was fine until that last emote thing that we just died to.
Yeah, Regina died at about 3% or so.
Exactly. That's what I died at too. But I am one of the more HP clerics on the server, so.
Martin, are you talking which are you talking to him about?
The-
Timer for the run?
Yep.
Does he know that that's what you mean?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
What's the key to take a screenshot?
Say that again?
Minus.
Oh, key to take a screenshot.
Minus.
It's the Foster's key on your keyboard.
Number pad minus.
I don't think Australians actually like Fosters, do you guys?
It's like saying
I
Italians
think
don't like
I've asked
pasta.
Drogba that in the past. Drogba is Foster's no good, right?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't drink beer. I don't like beer.
That's right, I drink appletinis up in this bitch.
Whiskey.
White Claw. In.
So, do Canadians like Molson?
Miak. Snore, eh?
What part of Australia are you from?
I'm in Melbourne. What about you?
Down under.
Ah,
By the
just
beach.
outside London.
Kazma's definitely in like Russia or Serbia with his fucking boss.
He's in Russia. He only comes here about 1 week a year.
Zach,
Just-
why are you freezing?
It's just the daughter that lives here now. A £10 million house with a £15 million house insurance on the content inside. And the daughter's only like 23, 24.
Is she single?
No,
She
her
need
boyfriend
daddy
is.
You're married, so shut up only.
We moved to Utah.
Hey now.
Shit.
I was gonna say that's where Barley is.
You heard the good word?
Anyone with a parser, how long was that event?
4 hours and 50 minutes.
Not accurate.
The
No.
event,
Killed
the
two.
event, Dana, not the whole.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. Just with 2 dragons, how long was that event?
9:15. So like 50 minutes roughly, give or take.
It seemed longer than that. That's why I'm asking.
I was about to say it's more like 20 minutes to me.
I was dead away from it, so I don't probably missed some time.
Somebody say something about beta tokens.
We only got like 6 gifts so far.
Did we?
Yeah, yeah.
We could use more.
For why?
I was gonna say what for? We've already met the threshold.
What is the threshold?
1 raid.
It's not even that. I
Yeah,
got
I
it
think
like
it's
3 years ago with one quest. I had 5 AA or 5 tokens.
5?
Yeah. The threshold is really low to get just the / claim beta reward.
The year before I joined any raid guild, I did a quest and had 5 and got the stupid hat.
Every
What
single.
have we been struggling on? Sontalak? Because we can't see Airy on until Sontalak is dead.
Well, if he's got to go, ask him if he can give us the instance. Just kill Tantor or something.
It's the one that is after Sontalak. That's one we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
They automatically get absorbed to your account, Ben.
There was some more there.
That's in my alt currency.
Around the broken mirror, there was a problem with them disappearing, and so they made them auto-consume.
I think he's about to dip out. So if there's anything else you guys want to say to him.
Question mark, Hal. I said that was a good question. If you could give us the lockout for Santa Lock.
I told you guys that Aura didn't do shit.
Does something though.
Mm-mm.
It does. I ran through it every time and never got hit with anything.
Because it's not the aura, but the statues.
The statues are where the aura is. So if the statues breathe at times, how do you avoid that?
You can go up and over and behind the statues. You don't have to go between them at all, period.
So easy to avoid by geometry. But what about the statue that's directly on the other side of it, facing it? Like there's two facing towards the middle. So do you still get hit by one regardless?
I didn't get hit anytime I went over them.
Nobody wants that Norgold. Fucking wrecked.
May I go AFK for about 5 minutes?
I think that's it for us guys. Did somebody go find a cube, or are you? Oh, you're doing some mapping, bro.
Yeah, running around a bit.
If anyone wants to chit chat about those, the various shit that just happened, I'll be happy to listen. Next raid, we'll skip tomorrow. We'll go back Sunday. I don't know if we're gonna cancel Tuesdays or not. If attendance improves next Sunday and Monday, then shit, yeah, let's also do Tuesday. We're fucking behind, guys. We haven't got Tantor down. We haven't. I mean, other than Zlandikar, which is the only mob in that fucking zone, haven't had terrible amounts of success. And if we don't see the second mob in some of these raid zones, we're going to be going in fucking blind. Other than seeing Glandikar whenever we did it with Absurd 2 weeks ago.
Averaging like 40 people, with a couple of alts. I know it's painful to go through, and some of the mechanics are not fleshed out. Sometimes we don't have a good plan because, we're having to come up with shit on the fly as events are changing. But some of these are starting to get more set in stone, more concreted, so we can start focusing on, developing a strategy that we will use going throughout the expansion. To be able to make an accurate strategy, we need the numbers.
Well said, only. Sounds like Ellie had mentioned that one of the devs who does a lot of the group testing, Pip, has been looking for some help. Ellie, do you want to try to see if we can get a group or so together on Friday afternoon or something?
I'm going to be around all day tomorrow and Friday, so if anybody wants to group and start working through, detailed stuff. He wants to know if there are any typos. He wants to know if the mobs are misnamed, whatever. He wants any error we can find in any of the quests.
Well, I can be available Friday afternoon.
I should be able to as well.
If you guys are able to get here, and if we can get more than one group, even if only one group is able to actively work. I don't know how it works. Does he go with you in the groups, like outside of the group, Ellie?
Basically, he's like he's the one in charge of all of the group quests this year. So we just go through. We just go, hey, we're starting this quest. We go through it. If we find any errors, we send him the information. If it's fine, we go, hey, this one worked. There were no graphics bugs. There were no misspellings. There were no whatever.
So it sounds like we could have multiple groups involved. And I know a lot of you play enough tunes that depending on what group make or class makeups, we can adjust a little bit to get some more balanced groups. So I'll try to be here Friday at say 1 o'clock or something after lunch, and if some of you trickle in when you can, great. If not, there's no sweat. There's no DKP for it. So to get back to this particular raid, obviously we didn't beat it from start to finish at all. He murdered a couple of mobs, and then we fucking struggled on the running around from corner to corner. Hopefully that'll be adjusted a little bit, and we were able to limp through it that way. I'm not sure what else we could do other than making sure that the paladins have a gift of life for those run phases. And like Finn had said, I don't think that there's a huge rush to panic that, oh God, I got to run right now. And, maybe make sure that we have some splash heals rolling so that we're topped off before we run. Markel had mentioned that if you had to, you could, kill Grendish, and when Grendish spawns or dies, if the next mob that goes live isn't Jortreva, you could restart, and you keep on doing that until you got Jortreva's second, and then you wouldn't have to deal with the snare on the third and fourth dragon. I hope that it's not so bad that we have to do something kind of crappy like that, but I mean, it's certainly possible.
Even pointed that out. He said it would be a whole lot easier if we had Georgeva's second.
That's a bummer. I mean, you burn a lot of time doing that shit and kicking instances and people going LD whenever they're zoning. Like that shit gets really ugly when you try to fuck around like that. So I'd really prefer to figure out how to beat it without having to rely on something silly like that. Anybody heard from Clarity's lately?
I talked to him a couple days ago. He's working out some bugs still with his rollout.
Just consumed with work.
Yeah, and he's got German school started back up. He's trying.
Yeah.
He's getting there. I don't know. Fingers crossed for this week, hopefully.
But that was pretty good tonight. I appreciate having fairly strong attendance. I think once we look at how many were actually here, just not including alts, I think it was almost upper 40s. So that's certainly something that we could work with. We've been having upper 30s, lower 40, or upper 30s, lower 40s, and that's a fucking frost advisory. So we're not trying to have that for raid. Well, anybody need anything else from me? Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you next week. Or, I mean, I'll be around, but those of you who I don't see, we'll see you next week.
Good night.